All right, now stylistically, where do you feel like you're gonna shine against Vicente?
Stylistically, I think I'm a stylistic nightmare for the dude. You know, that Dutch style of just hands up coming forward. That's American boxing. My kind of style is that's a dangerous style. To kind of go up against just coming forward, heavy pressure, hands up. I got a long reach. I'm very twitchy. I got fast twitch with all my shit, clean technique on the feet. I think on the feet, I'm going to shock a lot of people, actually. I think on the feet, this fight is not going to be as close as people think it's going to be. I was saying, especially with, just his style, especially with that power-based style, sitting on everything, slow, just marching forward. It's tough. It's tough. I mean, people said the same thing with Barberina when I fought Barberina. I was the underdog. Remember that? I was the underdog, and, I was going to get this and I was going to get that. A lot of people saying a lot of shit, but sorry. But, styles make fights. And you see how that turned out. And they had fight of the year. They were back and forth, but obviously they have a very similar style. They're warriors, they're coming forward, throwing bombs at each other, nose to nose, they clash. My style is a little different, so gonna make for a masterpiece, I think.
Yeah, that's one interesting point is that Vicente he's involved in these fight of the years all the time. He's in these wars. Do you see this fight the same way? Do you want to be in a war, or is it like, man, I'm staying away from the war. I'm trying to piece this dude up and get out of there fast.
Wherever the fight takes place. I mean, my style personally doesn't. I don't want to say it doesn't allow for a war. Obviously, I've been in wars in the gym, but I've never yet to been in a war in the octagon. But styles make fights, man. That's all I say. Styles make fights, and I got a hell of a style. And I don't know about a war. I think people said it was gonna be a war with Barberino. They said it was gonna be either or I was gonna get cooked in like a round or so. Saw how that turned out, right? Warley Alvarez, another guy. I was the underdog again. Supposed to get cooked in that fight. See how that turned out, So I'm gonna just bet on myself and go in and do what I do.
So when you analyze Randy Brown, so stylistically, you really love this matchup. A boxer, a guy that will stand and trade with you, physically similar to a Jalen Turner.
Yeah, physically really similar. The only difference would be he's an orthodox. Turner was a southpaw. So I think that kind of matches up better. I'd rather fight a orthodox than a southpaw. And what I think of Randy Brown is he's a complete guy. Although he's a boxer mainly, like he started in boxing, he has really good wrestling and ground game. So I'm definitely ready for those aspects as well. And I got a ground game on myself, so I think that is a good thing that I could use, especially if he wants to try to fight me on the grappling side. I can throw him some of my tools over there. But I mean, if it takes place on the stand-up, for me, it would be great. I love that. That's what I love doing. I have fun striking. So and I know that people watching at home love that. And I fight for the crowd. I fight to put on a good show. So definitely, if Randy wants to come out and box, that's going to be a great show that night.
Where do you feel like the fight will be playing out mostly? You know what I mean? Most likely in the striking, you feel like that's going to be where, it plays out. How do you see, or where do you see the finish coming?
I see Randy as a really intelligent guy, so I think it's going to start out with the striking. If I start getting the better out of that, I believe he might try to use the grappling and maybe to stall or maybe to get points on taking me down. And that's where I see an opening for maybe submitting him. So I don't know. I'm going to look for the finish. I believe a submission is a big possibility. But, I mean, the fight's going to go everywhere. He's a striker, but also grapple. So either a knockout or a submission, that's my prediction. I don't try to leave it to the judges, so I won't try it this time either.